get you there.
Hello, everybody. It is Sukafu. I'm here for you. Oh my god, no. Hey, hey, Crimson Lancer. I am trying my best at ASMR. Today we are going to be reading a fan fiction from Wattpad. No, not an oh my. This is probably one of the dumbest jokes we have on the servers. This is probably one of the dumbest jokes we've done so far. No. Do not ruin the ASMR experience. Darn. How do you blacklist? Alright then, let's see. Hold on, where is... Let's see. I'm glad you can't afford to throw a book right now. Soon, soon. Also, hello Pen. Hello Crimson, hello Wormrack. Let's see, where the heck is my thing? Hold on, I need to find my phone really quickly, or an iPad. Where is my iPad? Let's see. Find. There we go. I'll be right back. Hello, Mom. I mean, Sakafu. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Oh god, for some reason I'm not getting any of the things I want down here. Alright, perfect. And without further ado, Alright, without further ado, let us... Ow. Gosh darn it. Hey King Memes. Oh gosh. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to undo the redeem for that. Gosh darn it. Can't believe I'm gonna already have to like undo everything. Alright, there we go. I disabled the book redeem. Perfect. I mean, it resets my model every time, so I can't honestly do it, can I? No. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, as you saw, every book that is thrown at me turns me red, and then I naturally go back to my normal colors. I mean, there was never a choice. I turn it off. Oh god, this is so nerve-wracking. Not really, honestly. You've seen all the books already, though. Alright. Starting. Alright. I hope that still works. Starting the thing. Remember, everyone. This author's note, this fanfiction is a joke. Please don't take this lightly. Please take this lightly. I mean, unless you don't want to take this fanfiction lightly. Treat yourself. Chapter 1. A Rich Romance. Bluster. X the Reader. It's not beach noises. Also, does this not make it more ASMR? Crimson, does the nature noises make it worse or better? Alright, how about now? Alright then. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's see. Gosh, I already lost my place. I already lost the book. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's see. There's no. It was your birthday, but also a work day at Buster's Barrel Factory. Candy had went on a vacation with Donkey Kong for a week that day, but didn't hesitate to give you your birthday gift early. Hold on. This is the link, by the way. Alright. Perfect. This is the link for anyone that wants to follow. Had went on vacation with Donkey Kong for the week that day, but didn't hesitate to give you your birthday gift early, as well as a thoughtful birthday card. She had been your pal from day one, as you two were the only grown woman on Congo Bongo Island. However, it had just to be Monday on your birthday, as well as working alone. You sighed to yourself in dissatisfaction as she thought. Then breaking your zoning out session, a buff, elegant... Okay, how did I already break the immersion? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. That's specifically for you, though. Okay. As well as working alone, you sighed to yourself in dissatisfaction at the thought. Then breaking your zoning out session, a buff elegant ape walked up to you, tapping on your shoulder. your manager and close friend, Buster. Surprisingly, Buster made you a gift on his own. A banana cream birthday cake. Your favorite. I literally have him on the middle of the screen. Worm rack. He is literally standing there in the middle of the screen. Okay, never mind. Buster. Okay. I'm sorry, Buster, but I can't eat this all myself. I'm watching my figure. Don't worry, Buster replied. I'm watching it for ya. You were absolutely shocked at that response. Was Buster flirting? I mean, we could just share the cake, you said to him with a nervous half smile. But while you're at it, close your eyes. All right, Buster said, a full cocky grin on his face. You grabbed his hand gently, leading him to the nearest wall, turning around. Be careful! There's a wall behind you. He did only to see you pinning him against the wall, as he saw a wide smirk on your face. You looked at him with seductive, piercing eyes, and he couldn't help but feel pleasantly intimidated. To be honest, you can watch my figure all you want, but don't touch some sensitive areas. You grinned, holding his chin in your hand, and pulled one of his arms to one of your waists. He was awestruck and speechless for once, unable to say anything. Suddenly, you brought his lips to yours, kissing passionately, feeling the heat of his banana breath on the nape of your neck. As you kissed, you felt his grip on you tighten. You felt his kiss tighten. The ecstasy of the two of you felt that one could not be forgotten. The next day at work, Buster walked up to you nervously. Yes or no? May I ask you a question? He asked, his hands behind his back. Sure, go ahead, you replied. Will you go out with me? He continued, holding a bouquet of bananas that he'd been hiding behind his back. Yes! He shouted, practically squealing in delight. From then on, the two of you were inseparable, and the love of you both shared was rich and everlasting. Ah. Now that was a good first part. That was so good. Also, it should warn us if there's a banana. Oh Lord, I'm busting my bananas. All right. On to the next one. The love of our life. A lustrous love. Buster. Leo Luster. X us. We are doing fan fiction reading. It's an 18+ stream. I am being a degen. Alright. Our next one. We are with Leo, I think, this time. Yes. Today was the day. Your date with Buster has finally come, and you've been waiting all week for this. You both planned to meet on the beach for a romantic dinner just for fun. However, Buster stated that he had a surprise waiting for you once the time came. What could it be, you thought to yourself? Curious as to what would happen, it was tantalizing, making you stress over the possibilities. but in a good way. You arrived 5 minutes early, as you're more than ready to find what surprises was. Buster arrived quite punctually, greeting you in his frog-like voice, bowing and kissing your hand politely, to the delight of both of you. Blushing, you asked, "So, what's this, Buster? I can hardly wait anymore," you excitedly questioned. "I have it right here," he said. "Take a look at this." He held up a bottle filled with an interesting serum, of which you've never seen the likes of. "Wow, what is this?" "It's a potion that changes my form into the ultimate cool guy dreamboat, my alter ego, Leo Lester," he answered, posing proudly. I'm sorry. Let me try reading that. Mm. "It's a potion that changes my form into the ultimate alter ego, Leo Lester," he answered, posing proudly, as if he was Super Ape or something. "Amazing. I've never heard of him before, but I had no idea that was you the whole time. Now that I look at you, I can see the resemblance," he replied with a playful smirk. Okay, this is just Dragon. Giggling slightly, Lester continued his performance with "Close your eyes, this'll be really bright," he said with a warning yet gentle tone. You complied as your eyes closed. You heard spilling of liquids, presumably the stuff in the bottle. Even though your eyes were closed, your eyelids and hands over them, you could still see a piercing white light immersing where Bluster once stood. Ultimate ego. "You can open your eyes now, dollface," a deep, sensual voice said, making you get shivers down your spine in delight. He then moved your hands from your eyes, smiling at you coolly. You looked at him curiously, scanning every bit of his new form. He was so sexy. Normally, Bluster was the least sexy guy you knew, but an absolutely adorable cinnamon roll. But now you weren't sure what to think. "You look amazing," you said, awestruck. He then grinned, knowing full well what you meant. "I know. So do you, baby." Suddenly, a kiss met Leo's lips, taking him aback, which was odd for him. He then melted in your embrace, and taking it from there, he dipped you gracefully. He was irresistible to you, and he knew it. Yet you didn't even transform to be irresistible to him. The two of you slowly ended the kiss, yet still in his arms, gazing at each other lovingly. He then said to you, "Look at this, babe," setting you down on your chair carefully. With a simple snap of his fingers, he was encapsulated in blue lightning. Shall we continue this a bit more? Electric City? Don't mind if I do, he replied, quite pleased. The two of you went onto the beach, sitting comfortably on the soft powdery sand. You wait to continue your kiss, but when you kiss, you felt a genuine zap go through your body, sending gentle tingles upon shivers down your spine. He then carefully wrapped his arms around your waist. Ow! That hurt. He then carefully wrapped his arms around your waist as you laid in the sand. He was tenderly kissing you. It was not an option. Well, I guess it's still technically an option. He was tenderly kissing you, making sure not to send too much lightning. as you could literally act as a bomb. Seen as in the Lester episode where he touched DK, it caused a small explosion, and he loved you too much to let himself accidentally hurt you. You slowly lifted your gaze as he ended the kiss, only to see his shades pulled down a bit, revealing his eyes, still surrounded in the calm glow of the blue lightning. Quick, the relaxing romantic lighting, he winked at you, giving you a small grin. You're... Hold on, what's pizza the new topic? Yeah, I'm not... You're not changing the contents of my own stream. Your eyes were calm and sensual, and you grinned back at him. You put his arms around him in a warm embrace. He was so toasty and cozy because of the lightning, and you loved it. He was like a fluffy electric blanket, and you want to cuddle with him all night. Slowly, however, the warmth faded as the hug got cozier. Leo Lester had once more changed into bluster. Oh, I guess it wore off. Yeah, we could. I guess it wore off. I'm sorry, Shiori. You don't need to apologize, Bluster. Leo may be physically more powerful than you, and more handsome, and better looking in every way, but you will always be more powerful in my heart. You and Leo are the same person, aren't you? You said slyly, gazing at him, trying to encourage him the best you could. Laughing, he replied, You're right. I suppose we are. Thanks, Shiori. He paused. He then began to ask, You know, I'll always love you, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll always love you, Leo Bluster. He jokingly replied, giggling at the new nickname. The two of you laughed and relaxed the rest of the night, watching the beautiful sunset together, cuddling. Oh my god. Alright, pizza is the new topic. Pizza, 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 if you please. I don't even know what we can talk about with pizza. Pizza is love. Pizza is life. Oh, you're outside partying. Amazing. Why am I outside not partying? Crimson, you're wrong. I will say this. Speak your truth. And dang, you really just spoke your truth out there. Corn doesn't belong. Technically it does though. Because you're using gosh, what is it called? You know when you're making the dough and you need it to be a little more crunchy? I call it cornstarch. Cornstarch. Who eats pizza with marinara? I mean, corn is cornstarch though. I personally am a fan of pepperoni pizza. Oh, and strawberry pizza. I've actually tried it before. It's pretty good. You guys should try it as well. I accidentally pinned Potato's message. I've never actually met anyone that actually does dip their pizza in ranch. I mean, the pizza comes with ranch though, but I've never done it particularly. It is a very interesting taste. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, you shouldn't be running on 2 hours of sleep. Run on 3. At least. Alright, back to Donkey Kong. Alright, Chapter 3 The Lone Survivor. Donkey Kong X the Reader. You are on a boat that has been stranded out on sea for days. You are in search of shelter. Sorry, I'm like very bad at reading. Being the lone survivor of the shipwreck, you had no boat to sail on or people to help you, so you were forced to swim until you found land. No food, sleep, or water until you found land. Until in the corner of your eye, you spotted something. An island, perhaps? Why, yes, it was. It seemed to be populating and thriving, too. You swam as fast as your tattered body could land onto the island. And once you did, caressed the land like it was a family reunion. You needed to find people. And proper clothes, for that matter. For now, you used what you could to cover up leaves, flowers, and then streams to sew it together. You had made a lovely dress that covered up everything and didn't fall apart at the slightest movement. You had also used the shell you found to fix your hair and got matted from swimming for so long. After that, you decided to find some food. Luckily, there was a banana tree right next to you with ripe bananas ready for the picking. So you climbed as high as you could, pulled a whole bunch, and ate until you were stuffed. Yes, you're technically only supposed to have 2 bananas a day. Wait, what? But you were starving, so constipation wasn't a big deal at the moment. The next objective was to find people, apes, crocodiles, anyone that you could become allies with. You walked for 10 minutes until you could find a hut, in which case you didn't know was Cranky Kong's hut. You climbed up to the very top where the old ape lived. Surely someone would be there to help you. The place had no door, so you knocked on the wall next to where it would be. A sleepy, cranky, shocked from the sudden noise, yelled in his annoyed, raspy voice, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Who's that? Who is there? Is that you, DK? Get in here, stupid." "Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not DK, you replied, showing your face from behind the door. "I'm Shiori, and I'm a human. Sorry I woke you up, mister." "No, that's fine," he said, obviously still disgruntled. "What do you need, whippersnapper?" "Hurry up and before I fall asleep again." Yes, sir. I just swam for a few days off a shipwreck, and I'm in search for assistance to find shelter, and perhaps one day sail back to my home." "Finally, someone who respects their elders," Cranky grumbled. "I know someone who can help you. Remember that idiot I mentioned earlier?" "Yes, I do." DK, correct? Yeah, he's my nephew. Ugh. But also a protector of the crystal coconut. A prized possession. A prized magical artifact. He's good at navigating the place. The boy swings on vines everywhere, like I used to be able to, but oi, my back. I can't do that kind of thing anymore. Anyways, follow me. You did so without hesitation. You watched as the ulcer opened a flower-like case to reveal a shiny object. The sacred artifact. The crystal coconut. Look at the crystal coconut. Look into the crystal coconut, okay? As you looked into it, you saw a strong, young ape. Strong ape swinging happily from tree to tree with a small brown monkey. That guy is Donkey Kong, or DK for short. Find him and he'll help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a nap to catch on. Closing the case, he walked over to his recliner, sat down, and immediately fell asleep. Donkey Kong, eh? You thought looked ripped as your thought looked ripped, so he probably knows what he's doing in his adventures all the time. How does that muscle weight not tear the vines? Shaking your head, gaining focus again, you left the hut in search for the big brown guy. Time skip around 30 minutes or so of walking trying to find him. After walking a while, you spotted him swinging on vines as fast as possible. It looks like he was chasing something. It was a crocodile with a crown. You looked closer only to notice that the croc had a crystal coconut. He must have stole it after you left Crinky's hut. So you also began to chase the culprit on foot. You slowly caught up to him and landed a punch on the back of his head, knocking him out. Who knew you had such powerful fists? You then grabbed the glittering fruit, only to hear a strong thwump. Turning around, you see Donkey Kong towards you. But you couldn't tell if he was angry or relieved. Thanks for getting that King K rule and saving the crystal coconut, he said. No problem, you replied, handing him the coconut. Are you by chance Donkey Kong? Hold on, I need a sound effect for that. DK Donkey Kong. Alright, hold on, where was I? Alright, no problem. You replied to him with coconuts. Are you by chance
Okay.
Donkey Kong? Alright, yep, that's me, he stated proudly, grinning at a very large grin. Thank goodness, I'm Shiori. I was told by your Uncle Crinky that you'd be able to help me find shelter. I've been stranded at sea for days, and I have to find somewhere to live at the moment. Oh no, that's terrible. But yeah, I think I can help you. I changed it to 14 plus because none of these actually are that sexual. So you both traveled to Cracky's hut to return the coconut. Afterwards, you both went to help find the shelter. After searching carefully for a clear enough spot, the two of you began building a hut for you. It was like everyone's house, but it added some touches with the noticed instantly. There was a patch of tropical flowers nearby, and Donkey Kong had decorated the outside room with the roof with them at the sort of chain. This was completely unnecessary, but you enjoyed the touches he put there. He made the flower chain with such a blurry build, surprised. How did he not rip any flowers? How did he make a huge chain so quickly? Soon, Wormack, soon. The two of you struck the house together with some mud And Donkey Kong was kind enough to add a door and windows instead of gaping holes for bugs to get in. Who knew he was so meticulous in his decorating? As you chatted to Donkey Kong about your lives, relationships, friends, and Donkey Kong's ex, Candy Kong, he was very kind to you, and he was almost always smiling. He was so happy all the time. How did he do that? You had no idea, but you liked it. Finally, finished, Donkey Kong shouted, wiping his brow. That was some hard work. I know. Thanks for helping me, Donkey Kong. I couldn't have done it without you. Literally speaking, because I had no idea how to build a hut. Cha-cha, you replied. You both laughed only to notice that DK looked a bit nervous and red. Maybe from all that work. Or was it something else? You couldn't help but blush at the thought. Hey, since our work is done, why don't we get something to eat and relax? Sure, I love a banana. Right now. Time skip after you chill time with DK. Thanks for taking me to eat, Shiori. That was delicious. You're welcome, DK. As he turned red as a tomato and pulled you into a hug, you hugged back, cozy as you could be in his big, fluffy arms. He was so gentle with you. He was always surprised you with how caring and soft he could be. He looked like a tough, big guy, but he was just a big softie. Your face turned red as you wished you could give him a hug, peck on the kiss. But the two of you had basically just met. Though to be honest, DK wanted to do the same. Well, I gotta go home. It's getting pretty... Oh, well, I gotta go home. It's getting pretty late. He said, grinning nervously, continued in surprise with. Oh, you ought to get some sleep. You must be exhausted. Unsurprising. He was indeed correct. But you hadn't noticed how tired you were since you were with him. He was a pretty good hype man. Oh, hey, you're right. Thanks for helping me out today, DK. You're welcome, Shiori. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Of course. See you then. The two waved goodbye and headed for home. On the walk together to your brand new hut, you thought about the fun day you had together, chit-chatting, building the hut, eating a lot, laughing a lot together, and you couldn't help but think of Donkey Kong's happy, smirkling grin. His pure smile made you blush. Glad to see him contented. You walked into the hut, realized he also left a surprise for you. A beautiful glass vase with flowers, matching the flower chain on your roof. You sighed at the kind gesture, wishing he was here so you could thank him. However, he wasn't. So instead, you did what he told you to do. Sleep. End of the chapter. Oh God. I will respond to answers and questions and reviews in the comments below. Alright. I shall continue forward. Author's note. Please read chapter 1. The sun shone the next beautiful morning. I will take that exception. I will take that. A shiny Charizard is worth a lot of money in this day and age. The sun shone the next beautiful morning, sunlight beaming through your windows onto your bed. Sleepily, you woke up, rubbed the sleep out of your eyes, and got ready to start the day. Maybe I should thank him for those flowers, you thought to yourself. You couldn't wait to see Donkey Kong again today, as he was a fast friend, and you were glad to have met someone that was so automatically friendly to you. Giggling a bit, you opened the door and went out to find DK. As you did, DK was also on his way to see you, bring a banana bunch with him for breakfast. the two of you could share. However, he couldn't even think about bananas right now because the only thing on his mind was how nervous he was. Why am I so nervous? DK thought. I'm not asking her on a date or anything like that, so why? Turns out that both of you were lost in thought. So much that you actually happened to cross paths. But when I said cross paths, I meant you two actually crash into each other. Ach! I'm sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. Are you, Donkey Kong? Where's the Donkey Kong sound effect? Close enough. Donkey Kong? I'm so sorry, are you alright? You exclaimed, fumbling at your words. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Are you? Yep, actually, I was just on my way to see you. Really? Oh, I mean, I was on my way to see you too, Donkey Kong replied as he began to turn red. He also began to blush. I actually bought these so we could share it, Donkey Kong said, pulling the banana bunch from out of his back. Unfortunately, they got smushed together when he fell over. Aw, man. Well, we'll probably shouldn't eat these now. No one likes a smushed banana. Yeah. How could we pick something together instead? I was thinking maybe we should make banana bread. You suggested. Sure, sounds fun. As you walked together to a nearby group of banana trees, you looked up at Donkey Kong. He noticed you glancing and quickly looked down away from his gaze. Something was off today about him. He just looked sad. What's wrong, DK? You asked him. Oh, it's nothing, Shiori. It's just a kind of shame those bananas went to waste. Yeah, that's true. Hey, DK? Do you have anything else troubling you? You can talk to me about it. Anything, I won't judge, I promise. Nah, I'm fine, really. Just tired from the hut making, probably. Haha. I hope Donkey Kong isn't lying. He doesn't seem like that type of guy. But I hope he's okay. I just wish he would tell me. Alright, here's the final chapter for our finale. Lone Survivor. Donkey Kong X Us. I'm getting nervous, guys. I can't believe I'm such a klutz. And Donkey Kong was lost in thought. I can't believe I made a waste of a perfectly good food. He thought, worried and somber. I can't believe that I thought we might have something together. Donkey Kong, you asked. You're crying. Are you really alright? Don't lie to me, please. Indeed, he was in tears, as a droplet rolled down his cheek, hitting the grass like dew. I'm fine. You're not fine. Just stop lying to me, Donkey Kong. I care about you. I care about you too. Donkey Kong pulled into a warm hug, tears falling like waterfall now. You embraced him, he whispered to you. Do you like me? Uh-huh. Do you like me? Of course I like you, DK. I know that, but I mean, do you love me? Shocked, you pulled him closer, kissed him on the cheek, and said, I love you, Donkey Kong. I love you too, Shiori. As the sun began to set, Donkey Kong manned up and gave you a soft, yet passionate kiss, and the two of you sat and enjoyed the view. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I am not sorry. I thought I was going to end it on this. I thought I was going to end it on Donkey Kong. But the next chapter is Funky Kong. And everyone knows Funky Kong is the bee's knees. Oh God. Oh God, that felt this is gonna be good. This fanfiction was requested by Funky Kong is my dad. Everyone, I hope you like it. Okay. This time I'm gonna use background music instead. Okay. This is it. This is definitely the last story. Today was the day that both you and Funky Kong were going surfing. You had always been afraid of the water and saw Funky as being very brave. Due to the love of the water, no, not the water, but instead large, seemingly infinite ocean surrounding Congo Bongo Island. You've known each other for months now, since you've had recently come to visit the island. After your vacation, you decided to move in because you enjoyed having a friend, being the cool and lovable ape, Funky.
Okay, Dudette, you ready?
Funky asked. No, I'm not ready. You couldn't stop shaking. You felt as though you'd been consumed by the whole sea, even though you hadn't gotten a glimpse of water on you.
That's okay. How about we catch a wave on the sand first?
Okay. Funky then placed his beloved surfboard on the ground and dug a few holes where your legs would go. He sat on the board and gestured for you to join him. You heeded his request and sat behind him. You were glad that someone finally didn't beg you to get into the water. You were glad anyone actually did something to try to help. And you thought Funky began to pretend that he was paddling his arms in the makeshift sea, giggling him. You joined in him doing so. What happened to the music? Alright, that was odd. After a few minutes of pretend surfing, he then says,
Shiori, is it alright if we try the real thing? We can go in the shallows if you like.
Yeah, I think I'm not ready to do that. Thanks, Funky. Pulling himself out of the sand, he reaches his arms out to help you up, grabbing it. You couldn't help but blush, and even though Funky's eyes were always behind the shades, it looked as if he did too. Funky sat aboard his board on top of the water, lifting you up by your waist and set you on top of it. You couldn't help but laugh and blush at his adorable gesture. He set you on the board carefully, moving your legs onto the board so that you wouldn't get wet. Making sure you were all set, he carefully got on the board as well. What a silly guy. He slowly paddled you out a bit, and you hugged him as he slowly paddled. Funky flinched, blushing, but slowly grew to enjoy being spooned, as he was surfing most of the time, and there was only one girl on the island before you came along, so he didn't have many opportunities for being spooned. He's soft. I could just hold him forever, like a fluffy pillow. But instead of a pillow, it's a buff guy. You blushed, smiling at the thought. Hey, Funky.
Oh, what's up, Dudette?
Thanks for everything.
Oh, you're welcome.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just crabs. I can't tell her that. What if she doesn't? I thought you were gonna say something else. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, I meant I.
Blushing, the two of you looked away, turning bright red. TK. Donkey Kong. I have a crush on you. I have a crush on you. You both shouted nervously. Funky stopped paddling. He got up and sat facing towards you, and you towards him, looking into each other's eyes.
Thank you for joining in too. I have a crush on you. Funky stopped paddling. He got up and faced towards you. Yeah. Smiling at him, you leaned in for a hug, and he did too. Caressing your waist. Pulling away, you gave him a quick but sweet kiss on the lips. Shocked, Funky took a bit and fell into the water. You grabbed his hand and pulled him onto the board. Sorry, you brought me up on the surfboard. What about it? You pulled me up, but I'm completely soaked, babe. Which made you blush in surprise. I guess I did. You had finally gotten over your fear of the water thanks to him. For the rest of the day, the two of you peacefully waddled out into the sea. After a change of Funky's clothes, of course. Also, here's a spicy bonus. Funky was laid across the board. Whilst you laid on top of him, the two of you had fallen asleep. You were held in Funky's arm with great care as you nestled into them. So fluffy. Alright, perfect. Oh god. Funky smells amazing. God. Oh, hold on. There's a thing in the chat. Yeah, stream is over. It's going to be an hour stream today because my throat. I can't do ASMR for too long because that requires whispering. Especially since it's the morning, so I have to get going as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You guys didn't have to. And I know there's plenty of other places you would rather be. Honey doesn't do it for me. But we shall be going to the ending screen. Thank you everyone, and a big shout out to our newest page champ, Astra. Alright, until next time everyone, thank you and adios.